Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Hello, all you spooky chasers. Hop on in the car with Golden J and take a ride down Route 66 as you explore all the haunted and abandoned places left down a road long ghosted. And you never know what hitchhiker might get picked up along the way. So buckle up as we take a haunted trip down 66.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J. Welcome to Getting Your Fix on 66. That's right, we are traveling down Route 66 and checking in at all of the haunted spots, all the paranormal, all the creepy, all of the good stuff. We're even going to stop in some ghost towns that may not have some paranormal aspect to it, but damn it, they call them ghost towns for a reason, right? Because there's nobody there. But yeah, we're hanging out, doing a trip on 66. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of the Congress Hotel. We are actually packing up our bags and walking 450 feet from the Congress to the Blackstone Hotel. 450 feet. Doesn't seem like very far, does it? Did we even need to pack our bag? We could have just thrown all our shit in our pockets and walked down there from there. Probably could have kept both rooms. Went back and forth. Showered at one, slept in the other. You just never know. Come on. I don't know if you're going to sleep in some of those rooms at the Congress, though. Some of those Reddit people didn't even stay the whole night. Man, sounds spooky as shit. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, we are at the Blackstone. And like I said, it's about 450 feet from the Congress, so it's really, really close. The Blackstone Hotel in Chicago is indeed considered haunted, with stories and rumors of paranormal activity circulating for years. While not officially recognized as one of the most haunted hotels in the city, it does have a reputation for the unusual and has been reported to have paranormal activity. So you guys want to get into some of the details of the Blackstone? Like I said, it's not really considered the most haunted hotel, but I mean, come on. It's still got some stuff. Remember I talked about in the last episode, we talked about Al Capone. Well, the hotel's basement barbershop was a favorite spot of Al Capone. It is believed he used a hidden hatch behind it to store liquor during Prohibition. This connection to the notorious gangster adds to the hotel's mysterious aura. While there isn't a specific widely documented ghost story, the Blackstone Hotel has been reported to have some paranormal activity. Some guests have mentioned seeing shadowy figures or hearing unexplained noises, which contribute to its reputation as a haunted hotel. The hotel's rich history, including its association with presidents and Hollywood stars, adds to the intrigue and the potential of paranormal activity. The Blackstone Hotel is one of several Chicago hotels with reported haunted history, such as the Congress and the Drake. Now, I didn't cover the Drake because the Drake is not anywhere close to Route 66. So if you want to hear about the Drake, maybe we'll do a story on the Drake some other time. But the Drake is somehow, and we're going to get to this, is somehow associated with the Blackstone, just so you know. The Blackstone Hotel is a historic 290-foot, 21-story hotel on the corner of Michigan Avenue and Balboa Drive in the Michigan Boulevard Historic District in the Loop community area of Chicago, Illinois. Built between 1908 and 1910, it is on the National Registry of Historic Places. The Blackstone is famous for hosting celebrity guests, including numerous U.S. presidents, for which it is known as the Hotel of Presidents for much of the 20th century, and for contributing the term smoke-filled room to political parlance. Blech. I'm not even going to try to correct that. My word association. Let's talk about the history. The hotel and the adjacent Blackstone Theater were built on the former site of railroad millionaire Timothy Blackstone's mansion in 1908. The owners were brothers John and Tracy Drake, sons of Blackstone's former business partner, the hotel magnate John Drake. So, John and Tracy. John must have been like a John Jr. John and Tracy also developed the luxury Drake Hotel. At the time of the opening, the hotel and theater were located at the southern edge of Chicago's Theater District on Michigan Avenue, which was first named, that's Hubert Street, which was first named 7th Street, and later Balboa Drive. Wow, they just changed names in Chicago like they're changing their drawers, don't they? The hotel opened on April 6, 1910. Its namesake, Timothy Blackstone, was a notable Chicago business executive and politician who served as the founding president of the Union Stockyards, the president of Chicago and Alton Railroad, and mayor of LaSalle, Illinois. Built in 1908 to 1910, it is designed by Marshall and Fox. The original construction was capitalized at $1.5 million, which is the equivalent of $50.6 million in 2024, including a $600,000 to $750,000 bond issued by the Drake Hotel Company. See, I told you the Drake was part of all that. It is rumored to be haunted, with various Reddit users sharing experiences and stories of ghostly activity. Many describe a palpable, heavy energy, with some hearing noises and feeling presence, or experiencing strange events like doors slamming or lights turning on and off by themselves. Some even attribute specific rooms to particular spirits, like the ghost of a businessman who died in a poker game. So let's get a closer look at some of these hauntings, shall we? So, as I was saying, several Reddit users mention a distinct feeling of unease and heaviness within the hotel, even before experiencing specific paranormal events. Whispers, door slamming, and other sounds like cards playing or metal dragging have been reported by guests. Some people report feeling the presence in their room as if they're not alone or that someone has entered the room. The Crystal Ballroom is mentioned as a location where some felt a shift in energy. The Blackstone has a long history, including the deaths of individuals within the walls, which may contribute to some of these stories. So there you go. That's pretty much the Blackstone. I mean, it falls into that category that, it is a haunted hotel and people have felt things while they're in there, but there wasn't a lot to talk about as far as people that wanted to give their personal experiences inside the Blackstone. I searched all over. I mean, it's one of those crazy things that, it is part of the Route 66 experience, but I mean, nobody really said, "Hey, I couldn't stay there and I got out as fast as I could," or anything like that. So, unfortunately, that is all for the Blackstone. But we're gonna pack it up and we're gonna head down to a place that I talked about in the original episode I did, which is the Murder Castle. I'm looking at my notes here. The Murder Castle is about 8 miles down the road as we head down that direction. And I'm not gonna get into a lot of the actual, H.H. Holmes. Okay, H.H. Holmes is a very dark man, and so I'm going to get into a little bit about him, but we're going to talk more about the paranormal, and I'm going to pose a question at the end of this as to what you think. It's a very interesting concept. And so, yeah, let's jump in the car. Let's go 8 miles down the road. We're still in Chicago. We're still hanging out. And we're going to go to the Murder Castle, all right? Here we go. The term the Murder Castle is famously associated with the hotel H.H. Holmes built in Chicago in the 1890s and used by serial killer H.H. Holmes for his crimes. While the hotel was ultimately destroyed, it is also often referred to as the Murder Castle due to its dark history and the alleged presence of paranormal activity on the site. So let's get into more detail of the Murder Castle. H.H. Holmes, a notorious serial killer, built a 3-story hotel in Chicago near the 1893 World's Fair, specifically designed to aid in his murders. The hotel was known as the Murder Castle due to its design, including trap doors, gas chambers, and vats of acid, all intended to facilitate the elimination of his victims. The hotel was designed with features intended to trap and kill victims. These also included secret passages, hidden rooms, and various methods of disposing of bodies. The alleged paranormal activity. Reports of paranormal activity include ghostly apparitions and other strange phenomena which have been associated with the site of the Murder Castle, which is now occupied by the Inglewood Post Office. These reports suggest that the spirits of H.H. Holmes' victims may linger in the building. Holmes was responsible for the murder of at least 27 people, but his crime spree likely claimed the lives of many more. He used the castle to lure and kill his victims, using its unique design to aid in his criminal activities. After Holmes was executed, an assumed partner and caretaker of the Murder Castle, Pat Quinnen, took up residence in the building. it is believed that Pat committed suicide after being tormented by hallucinations and visions. His ominous suicide note read, "I couldn't sleep." Weeks after the hanging, Holmes' murder castle was set aflame by an arsonist. The building was nearly ruined, but the first floor remained standing and was converted into a sign shop and bookstore. It wasn't until 1938 that the site was truly given new life when the U.S. Post Office was constructed upon the abandoned location. One postal employee shared her experience. She entered a hallway while investigating a strange noise, only to find the hallway lined with folding chairs. She retreated to the lobby and then, upon returning to the hallway, found the lined chairs had mysteriously stacked itself. There have been several reports from the post office employees of seeing a ghostly figure of a woman in the building or outside in the courtyard where the murder castle once stood. Visitors report hearing the haunting sounds of a woman humming or singing in unoccupied areas of the building, and other reports of chairs being stacked on their own. Some people say they have been touched and have run into extreme cold spots in the building. And last but not least, there have been reports of people seeing the faces of his victims appear on the walls. Now listen, I have researched H.H. Holmes and the murder castle, and there are some claims that most of these stories are false. Some say he only had 9 victims. Others say he had well over 200 victims. But remember, he confessed to 27. So with all that being said, so long ago, and these stories getting retold over and over again, I will let you be the judge. But I want to leave you with this little theory. And I talked about this at the beginning of this portion of the episode. Are you ready? Was H.H. Holmes Jack the Ripper? Let me read this little blog here. More rumors around that H.H. Holmes could have been Jack the Ripper. Jeff Mudgett, a Holmes descendant, found 2 diaries in which Holmes explains his participation in the murder of several prostitutes in London. The timing was right, as Holmes may have been in London at the time, and there were similarities in the brutality between the Ripper and the Holmes murders. While the theory is interesting, the claims are loosely put together, and there has yet to be any conclusive evidence that there may, and you know what, there may never be. I don't know. But if the time frame hits just right, I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Lance, what's your thought process on that, buddy? I know you're a big H.H. Holmes guy. You're a big fan of the murder house and everything that goes with it. What is your thought process on that? I like it. I like that theory. I love that theory. Anyway, so there you go. You get the Blackstone, you get the murder castle, one episode. Where are we heading off to next? We are going to talk a little bit more about Resurrection Mary. Found some good stuff on that. So we're going to head on down the road, guys. We're going to get out of the murder castle. This place just creeps me out. I know there's something about it. Faces on the walls. Women humming. So let's get out of here. So remember, keep it spooky. And I'll see you on the other side. Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal podcast. Check us out at theunitedstatesofparanormal.com, where you can find our Spotlight of the Month, Fan of the Month, and all of our amazing merchandise. Or you can find us on social media at Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795. And don't forget, we are now on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/2sop.
Please check out the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. Golden 80s, Indiana Chiefs Fans, Gridiron Kings, Murd Nerds, The Nostalgia Tug, Real Terror, and the Puck Yeah podcast. But you can still find Golden Image Podcast, A Quart of Books and Booze, and The Call Guys, wherever you stream your favorite podcasts.
And if you have a location or a story that you would like for us to check into, please email us at the United States of Paranormal at gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you for all of your support. Bye.